Hello, AFG Local 1040 members. This is Johnny Jones, your local president and also your Council 100 Secretary Treasurer, coming out with an update from Jaguar Studios here in Fort Worth, Texas. Hoping you all have a great weekend upcoming, and it looks like the weather's going to be pretty nice this weekend compared to the last couple of weekends. It's been freezing, and it was funny. I was at Costco the other day, and I noticed the parking lot still had snow piled up, so it took a while for this one to melt. And hopefully everybody's doing well. So first and foremost, I wanted to give a little review about what happened last year and talk about what we're going to try to do this year, not just for the local, but also what happened at TSA while we were working and other things that we have in the pipeline. So let's talk about what happened in 2025. So 2025 last year started with the presidential election, and not only at the national level, but also at your local. So we had a new president sworn in, Donald Trump. And within 2 months after the swearing in and the inauguration of the new DHS secretary, the union's rights were attemptedly stripped. So after they stripped their rights, we had to go to court and we had to push everybody to e-dues, which we were able to get about 25% or 30% of the membership converted to e-dues. And I want to say thank you for those folks who did make the conversion, because it's a very trying time. And then we won our first preliminary injunction on June the 3rd. And again, early this year, we had to motion to enforce our preliminary injunction as they tried to take your rights away a second time after the government shutdown. So everybody should be well aware that the union has a strong, firm foothold, and we should not be going anywhere. Now, let's talk about the government shutdowns that we've occurred. We had the longest shutdown, 43 days. Over in October, November of 2025. We all endured in different ways struggles, and a lot of people are still recovering from those impacts. So that's going to move us into 2026. So the local is embarking on a voyage to head up to Capitol Hill. It's going to be a much smaller team this year because of the financial impacts and the amount of money that we've had to spend legally to protect your rights. And the other things that are coming, and I'm going to talk about further in this video. So we're going to be on the Hill talking about the 4.1% pay increase that's being introduced into Capitol Hill to try to give us parity across the government. Because as you know, we only received a 1% pay increase, and the cost of everything is dramatically went up. So we're trying to gain traction to make sure all federal employees are compensated fairly. And if you're a dues paying member, you should know that a lot of your dues go to lobbying for efforts that are beneficial to federal employees. We do not lobby based on political partisanship or anything of that nature, because as your local president and also as your council secretary treasurer, we've always tried to keep it straight based on what is happening for the federal employees. So that is why during the government shutdown, the national president, Everett Kelly of AFGE, went to the White House to advocate for shutting down the end of shutdown, and which he did. And even when the president signed a bill, he said, thanks to AFGE and all their efforts, we were able to end the government shutdown. So I just want to say thank you for making sure you do the right thing. We have to do the right thing for the members. It's not a political organization. We represent the 750,000 BOEs across the United States as American Federation of Government Employees. And as your Council 100 and your local, we represent the 46,000 TSA officers serving across the United States. So let's go to some of the actions that's taking place in 2026. The MSPB rights are being terminated. So we are currently seeking legal advice on what we should be doing through AFGE. There is an opportunity here to where if they're going to move us off the MSPB, let's try to make sure that we use the right effort and let's get the right process in place, so that we're going to see if we're going to be able to bargain for better rights under the OAB. If we're not going to have MSPB as the off-ramp. So the union is going to be looking into that, and trust me, there'll be more updates down the road. The local has several committees that we're going to be filling over the next year after the budget is approved for 2026, the federal budget that is, and we'll be starting to fill committees. The number one appointment is going to be the safety committee. There's going to be the safety action team, and there's going to be CDSOs, which are going to be trained in workman's comp, field safety, and a whole lot of things led by Robert Nunnery. The union is working closely with Robert to make sure that we get these filled expeditiously. There's also going to be awards committee vacancy. There's going to be the EAC. There's going to be several committees that we're going to be working on filling. So keep your eyes open for these announcements as they come about. So, and lastly, I want to talk about the strength and unity. We as a union had nothing. If we went back 5 or 6 years ago, the rights and benefits and pay that we enjoy would not be here. The reason why they're here today is because the union fought so hard to make sure that you have these rights, and they continue to provide these workplace protections. If we were gone, there's the fight for privatization is upcoming. They are looking to privatize TSA, and they are looking to change our pay system. As you have, they went from the step increase and all those things down, where you're still going to get them. But now they're trying to move to a more merit-based, which is like it was prior to getting the pay equity. So there's going to be some pushes there, and we're going to be working with our legislative friends and partners to make sure that the TSA officers continue to receive the best pay and benefits and workplace protections you can possibly receive. So this is Johnny Jones, your AFG Local 1040 President, and your Council 100 Secretary Treasurer, standing out from Jaguar Studios to provide you this weekend, February the 6th, update, and also just some general overviews. And when we get back from Capitol Hill, we'll definitely be providing updates to you about our engagements and hopefully some photos and a montage of other things we were able to do. So I'll see you there out in the field. This is Johnny Jones signing off from Jaguar Studios. Have a great day, everybody. All right, bye now.